Welcome, my fellow warriors of truth, to yet another critical examination of how modern media has been infiltrated by insidious wokeness. Today we're diving into Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, a series that many hail as an innovative, genre-defining masterpiece. But beneath its colorful veneer of outrageous battles and meme-worthy poses lies a darker truth. Jojo's is not just bizarre, it's woke propaganda. And yes, my friends, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is a thinly veiled homosexual allegory, and its popularity is a testament to how deeply the woke agenda has embedded itself into our entertainment. Let's unpack this travesty together. The concept of stands, which has defined the series since Stardust Crusaders, is not merely a clever narrative device. No, it is an unsubtle metaphor for the deeply personal, and I say intimate, connections between men. Think about it. These spectral manifestations of a person's soul are often anthropomorphized into muscular, scantily clad figures. They fight for their masters, protect them, and in many cases demonstrate a loyalty that borders on obsessive devotion. Take Jotaro and Star Platinum. Do you honestly expect me to believe that this towering godlike figure, always hovering around Jotaro, always flexing in his vicinity, is not meant to suggest a closeness beyond platonic understanding? It's as though Araki sat down and said, how can I make the bond between two dudes as homoerotic as possible without outright saying it? And let's not overlook the posing. Oh, the posing. If you've watched even a single episode of Jojo's, you've undoubtedly noticed the exaggerated flamboyant postures that every character seems to strike. These are not the rugged, straightforward stances of real men. No, these are vogue cover shots masquerading as combat readiness. Some argue that the poses are simply a stylistic choice, a nod to classical art or high fashion, but let's be real. They are a deliberate attempt to feminize male characters and make wokeness palatable to the masses. The way Dio leans seductively against a railing, all the way Polnareff arches his back. It's all coded imagery meant to erode traditional masculinity. And let's talk about the relationships. The sheer intensity of the bonds between male characters in JoJo's is almost uncomfortable to watch. Consider Jonathan Joestar and Dio Brando, childhood rivals whose animosity escalates into an obsessive, almost romantic fixation. Or Joseph Joestar and Caesar Zappelli. These two men, whose relationship is so riddled with longing glances and heartfelt sacrifices that their bromance could easily be mistaken for a love story. This is not mere camaraderie, folks. This is emotional manipulation designed to normalize the idea of men prioritizing each other over traditional family structures. Where are the strong heterosexual romances? Where is the nuclear family? Nowhere to be found in JoJo's universe, that's where. Interestingly, the series reserves its most traditionally masculine characters for the role of villains. Dio, Kaz, and even Yoshikage Kirei exude an alpha male dominance that shows constantly frames as threatening and toxic. Dio's machismo is contrasted with Jonathan's sensitive heroism. Kaz's brute strength is undone by Joseph's cunning. The message is clear. Traditional masculinity is dangerous, outdated, and needs to be subdued by nuanced and emotionally intelligent heroes. This is woke propaganda at its finest, demonizing the very traits that have defined manhood for generations. By the time we get to Golden Wind, the woke agenda is no longer subtext, is text. Jono Giovanna's gang of male allies is a traveling pride parade with all but name. Each character is more flamboyant than the last, and their found family dynamic feels ripped from a queer-coded Tumblr post. Bruno Bucciarati, the gang's leader, is particularly egregious. His stand, sticky fingers, open zippers on people, which is clearly a metaphor for dismantling the closed and rigid structures of traditional masculinity. And don't even get me started on the way these men constantly touch each other, caressing faces, holding hands, leaning into each other for emotional support. It's enough to make even the most progressive viewer raise an eyebrow. Let's not ignore the fashion. Jojo's characters don't just wear clothes, they wear statements. Fishnet tops, crop jackets, and skin-tight bodysuits abound, all designed to blur the lines between male and female presentation. This is not the rugged attire of classic anime heroes like Goku or Kenshiro. No, this is a deliberate assault on gender norms, a sartorial declaration that masculinity is a relic of the past, and the fans eat it up. They see these outrageous outfits and think, wow, this is so bold and innovative, but in reality, it's just another way for the woke agenda to infiltrate the minds of impressionable youth. In conclusion, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is not the quirky, action-packed masterpiece its fans claim it to be. It is woke propaganda, a Trojan horse designed to dismantle traditional masculinity and normalize a hyper-stylized, hyper-emotional vision of male relationships. If you're tired of seeing your favorite medium co-opted by wokeness, then I implore you to resist the hype surrounding Jojo's and buy my pills. We must demand better. Better stories, better role models, and better vitamins. Until then, I'll be here, stand against the tide of woke mediocrity. Thank you for watching, and remember, just because something is bizarre doesn't mean it's worth celebrating.